Now, there's been a moving revelation today from the Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, who appears to be sharing the same feeling many Londoners and indeed many Brits have been experiencing for some years now. In a revealing interview with The Guardian, the Mayor said the violent riots that have plagued Britain had left him feeling unsafe as a Muslim politician and his daughters feeling scared for their safety for the first time. He admitted that racist thugs who took part in the chaos of recent weeks had, quote, triggered memories of his own battles with bigots of his childhood, namely the BNP and the National Front. Mr Khan said, clearly, I'm not safe, which is why I've got police protection. He added, it's difficult to explain the ripples when you've been targeted because of your religion or colour or your skin colour, and you can't change either of those things. Look, like any right-minded person, I completely condemn violence, the threats, the racism and thuggery of any kind from any quarters. And I speak as a father that the fact that Sadiq Khan's children have been left scared as a result of the rotten scenes of recent weeks is indeed heartbreaking. But the truth is, the Mayor's own admission that he personally feels unsafe in his own city shouldn't come as a surprise to him. He's been in charge since 2016, overseeing 8 long years where the capital I once loved has turned into a lawless hellhole. How does he think Britain's tiny Jewish minority has felt over the past 10 months, dealing with rabid Palestine protesters, many who have called for the destruction of Israel while screaming anti-Semitic tropes week on week? He'd also be well aware that cases of anti-Semitism in Britain have rocketed since October the 7th, but he's largely remained quiet on that front. And let's not forget, it was Sadiq Khan himself who once said in 2017 that being prepared for terrorist attacks was, quote, part and parcel of living in a big city. That outrageous comment came just months after ISIS sympathiser Khalid Mahmood killed 4 people on Westminster Bridge by mowing them down in a car. And let me tell you, I'll never forget that day because I was one of the first people on the scene. Bodies strewn all over the bridge, chaos unfolding in real time as London once again came under attack. The month after Sadiq's part and parcel comment, the 2017 London Bridge terror attack took place. Islamist extremists mowed people down in a van before going on a stabbing spree in Borough Market. Once again, unbelievably, I found myself at the centre of that attack as well and will never forget the haunting image of a young Australian girl who'd had her throat cut by terrorists. I think about her every June the 3rd and probably will forever. In September that same year, just months later, a homemade bomb partially detonated on a train at Parsons Green tube station, injuring 22 people. Luckily, no one died, and luckily I wasn't there for that one. But to say these inexplicable acts are, quote, part and parcel of living in a big city was a huge insult to those who have suffered and died at the hands of terrorism. It's also an insult for Sadiq Khan to complain of feeling unsafe after nearly a year of anti-Israel marches, which has left British Jews too scared to leave their homes. And it's a massive insult to the hundreds of people, including young children with their lives ahead of them, who have been knifed and gunned down in Sadiq Khan's lawless London over the years he's been in charge. Not everybody is afforded the luxury of 24-hour taxpayer-funded security, Mr Mayor. You're privileged and lucky enough to have a burly security team following your every move. And rightly so, as a public official who's dealing with horrible death threats. But I'd politely suggest playing the victim card doesn't wash with many people living in fear in London and beyond who aren't afforded such luxuries.